Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, rip timer. What a fuck that timer. What's up? We'll play with that already. No idea what happened with the timer. I've had my morning has been getting hammered this morning. We were testing the overlay, and we thought, why not just bring it in today? Just why not make it happen? So we did. It was a little bit of a cluster to get it started, but hopefully it ends up working. The overlay should be working today. That's right. I like the SATAL Saturday shows. They're decent. They're okay. They're okay. But today, Team Wadafak taking on 18th Sparrows. I'm excited for this one. I'm really hoping that the overlay works well. It is it's been tested. It's been tested. It has not been tested on 6v6. So we are going into the 6v6, all F-16s in today's matchup. Team Wadafak taking on 18th Sparrows in a Gold League. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the pit. Let me make sure that all of this audio is going through, because I know you guys said it is not. So let's fix this audio real quick as we flip through these cameras. There's the overlay. If the camera picks up, come on. And I'm just fixing these cameras, ladies and gentlemen, or not the cameras, but the audio to make them output so you guys can hear what is going on. So we'll do this. And I actually need to change scenes here real quick, ladies and gentlemen, so we can fix the refresh here. So we'll come right back. Okay, so there's the overlay. It is working. This is at Sean, Bear, and Akagi have worked their ass off to make this a thing. Okay, so the bar, the colored bar, is a live fuel gauge. And you guys will see when Team Wadafak here rearms and puts their tanks on, that fuel gauge will move. So the only time the fuel gauge moves is when it is internal fuel. If they're on external, fuel gauge won't move. When they're on internal, you will see it move. So as soon as these guys start to rearm, you will see their weapons come on, and you will see their fuel come up. So you've got Fox 3s, Fox 2s, and Fox 1s, which are represented by the DCS icons below the fuel gauge. Then you have gun ammo in a percentage, their altitude, and their airspeed. Okay, so their altitude is from sea level, and their airspeed, I don't remember if it's indicated or ground speed. I'm not 100% sure. But their altitude is from sea level. Speech, music, and aircraft detected, yes. So we are all ready to rock and roll. But this is the overlay. Can I control it? Yes. So we do have it coming up and on, so we can turn it on and off. So when these guys rearm, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when they start getting into this. But I'm so excited that we have this in today's match. We're going to have this going forward. It is going to be amazing, the amount of information that we can get. It's just going to be awesome. Navy Doc, kudos to the team that brought us the overlay. Dude, they're fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I cannot say enough about them for making this possible. And you guys can see these guys starting to rearm. You see the fuel gauges and stuff start to come up as the tanks come on. You can see the weapons start to accumulate on the jets as it refreshes. Just the amount of information we're going to get is incredible. And there's the man himself, the one true Akagi. He is the man, one of the men behind making this possible. And this is going to take us to the next level. And Akagi, do the icons, the jet icons flash when a weapon comes out? Does that work? And Bear is another man. So Bear, the man behind all of the missions and all of that stuff, he helped out immensely. Him and Akagi were on it, trying to get this to work with me, to get it so it would work in this stream. But that's what's going on. So we're going to be refining this going forward, but this is how it looks right now. It's just tons of information that you guys are going to have in this going forward. We're not sure if it's too big, too small. You know, I want your guys' input too on what you think about this overlay. And does it take up too much space? Does it need to be smaller? Does it maybe need to be pushed to the left and right a little bit more? I need your guys' input. Please send us input on Tac View on the SATAL feedback channel. Can the pilots see any labels during the match? No, they cannot. This is only stuff that we can see during the tracks. So I go back through and I turn on external views and I turn on track or labels. The pilots have no external views and they have no labels when they come into this stuff. So that's what they've got going on. But I'm really excited about the overlay coming in today's matchup. It's going to give us just massive amounts of information going forward. What is the type of aircraft not mentioned? I don't know. They're all mentioned. But let's talk about who is flying in today's matchup here. So Team Wadafak represented by 6 16s. 6 of them. Turner, Beef, Johnny, Anomaly, Slide, and Enjoy representing Team Wadafak. And then 18 Sparrows are Saint, Smooth, Nick, Paytat, Orlog, I'm going to call him Log, Deathstern, and Tempest. Those are who is representing both these teams. 12 F-16s in today's matchup is what we got going on. 12 F-16s in today's matchup is what we got going on. So no advantage coming from anyone. It is an all similar airframe engagement, which I'm really excited about. But 18 Sparrows taking on Team Wadafak, just waiting on a couple of these guys to depart. And you guys will see their airspeed starting to increment, their altitude starting to increment. This is just going to be amazing. This is amazing. You guys have no idea how long I have waited for this to happen. It is, the fact that it is finally here is just mind-blowing to me. The fact that it is here and the information that we are getting on the stream. No longer are we going to have to go from aircraft to aircraft to aircraft and check out what weapons they've got on board, guess how much fuel they've got, guess how much gun ammo they've got. We don't have to do that any longer. Can we skip their takeoff? No! There's no skipping takeoff, MVP. We skip landings. We do not skip takeoffs. That does not happen here. How could you say something as blasphemous as skipping the takeoff? What? Come on now. But these guys are coming in. I'm going to leave the overlay up for you guys, mainly because it's the first time we've had it. It may get in the way. But if you guys have insight on what you think would make this better, do not hesitate to send a message in Discord for the SATAL feedback. We want to know what we can do to make this better. We want to know how we can make the stream better. This is just the next step, I think, in the evolution of SATAL on its way to be more immersive for everybody involved. All right, so tanks just come off of Log, and you'll see on Log's aircraft, he's the top for 18th. His internal fuel stores should start to decrement down. So he's at 31,000 feet, Mach 1.1. God, this is going to be amazing for me, too. His internal fuel stores, because he doesn't, well, does he have a bottom tank? He has his center line on, so that's why it's not coming down. Okay. But what we're going to see here, ladies and gentlemen, is as these guys start to lose their tanks, you're going to start to see that fuel bar coming down. If you're just joining us, the fuel bar is the bar underneath the name. It's underneath the name, and it's going to come down as soon as they go into internal fuel. Overlay could be a little bit smaller, taking too much space in the screen. I think that's valid. I think we may be able to crunch it further left and further right. Akagi, are you taking notes? I don't know how difficult it would be to push everything left and right to make it so that it's not taking up as much of the screen. But it's all just going to be, ladies and gentlemen, it's just going to be a learning game here right now. We're just learning about how we can make this better, what we can do to make things work for you guys as viewers, to get the most out of all of this. Yeah, when we start getting beer commercial endorsements, can we say we have... Yeah, maybe one day. Is this match happening right now, or has it all been played? So all the matches in SATAL have already been played. We're watching them from tracks. I don't go watch them before these take place. I have no idea how they go, with the exception of I get notes with timestamps provided so we don't miss any of the action going forward. All right, so we're not going to miss anything, but these matches have already taken place. The bars should be collapsible. What do you mean by collapsible? What does that mean? I mean, we can make them smaller, but the amount of work that went into this, man, this is a first phase. Slide to the side. Well, we can get rid of them. Like, I can do that. I can get rid of them. I have some things that I can do to get rid of them. I'm just leaving it up because this is the first time we've used it, and I want you guys to have this information, and I really want your guys' feedback on how we can make it better. So, let's talk about the Tac View as we've got this going here. We have multiple aircraft ingressing. Beef, Johnny, and Turner leading the way for Team Wadafak. Log and Destern, followed by Nick, leading the way for 18th Sparrows. It would be better later in the fight? Maybe, and that's probably valid. I can turn it on and off, like I just said, guys. I can get rid of it and turn it back on. I just want people to be able to see it as they come into the stream. So I think we've actually got some internal fuel. Yeah, you can see Log's off of his center line. Destern's off of his center line. So they are on their internal fuel stores. So we're going to know exactly how much fuel all of these guys have. This is so fucking awesome. I'm so excited. I'm giddy with how amazing this is. Log at Mach 1.6. Destern at Mach 1.3. 18 Sparrows, very, very fast. Anomaly and the rest of the Team Wadafak guys, not nearly as fast. But we're going to ride along in Tac View as things continue to unfold here. So Beef up to the north, Turner down to the south. 3v3 looks like is going to be what's commencing here in the center as we get started in this Guadada against Vodi matchup. No missiles have been launched yet. Let's see who else we got here. Let's ride along with Beef. So here is Beef. He's still got his wing takes on of his F-16. So if anything comes to light of this, Team Wadafak seems to have a better fuel state than 18th, but 18th has a much better energy state. Multiple missiles now off from Smooth and Saint onto Beef. Beef now extending with his 6 AIM-120, still has the wing tanks on as he dives away. Love deliveries from both of these teams. As he dives away from the incoming threats launched by Smooth and Saint. And we can see one of the 120s coming in onto Beef as it tries to make contact with its jet, but it's already slowed down to 700 knots, so nothing is going to come from that one. Teams now resetting. At least Team Wadafak is resetting. Destern just launched another 120. He's launched one so far. He's still got 5 on his jet. Enjoy now with the 120 coming up onto Destern. Here's that 120 as it comes in onto Destern from altitude, 1,300 knots coming down. Destern already moving into the notch. We can see him 3 miles away. Don't anticipate him having too much of a problem. Is the missile still tracking? Yes, but I don't think it's going to have the juice to be able to pull up on him. Going over to Beef, I just saw Beef launch a 120. That 120 is going to be on to... I can't tell who that one's on. There's so much stuff going on. These 6v6 are awesome, but there's so much stuff going on, it's really hard to track. The 120 from Beef is going to be on a Tempest, and that 120 is really close. It's right there. So close. Flying formation with him for what seemed like an eternity, but was within 0.1 miles of Tempest aircraft. So Beef gets danger close in getting one of the first kills in today's matchup. And we're going to move over to look at Johnny G, because Johnny G is really deep, and now he's running away from 120s from both Saint and Destern. He's decently fast, 530 knots, Mach 0.9, down low. Looks like he's going to be okay. But we're going to move back up and take a look at Beef, as Beef now launches a 120. Here's that 120 from Beef. And this is going to have some mustard on it as it comes in onto Smooth. Smooth trying to get away from it, but it's inside 5 miles, and Face Mile smashes Smooth right off the bat. Let's pause it and take a look at Tac View. What does everything look like so far? Beef just took down Smooth right here in this engagement. We can back up and see that launch took place from inside 5 miles. Smooth got caught with his pants down 8,000 feet. Beef co-altitude when he launched onto Smooth, and Smooth just got too close, too high, not fast enough to be able to counteract what was going on there. All right, so things continuing to unfold for both of these teams. Enjoy, Beef, Johnny, Slide, Turner, and Anomaly. 6 aircraft still remaining for Team Wadafak. 5 remaining for 18th. Tempest, Destern, Log, Saint, and Nick are the ones remaining for 18th. So we're going to pick up the action with Johnny. Bring up the overlay so you guys can see the fuel states. Look at the difference in fuel right now for these guys. Look at the difference. Smooth is obviously dead, but 120 now out from Johnny, and that's going to be coming up onto, that's on Log, and we're going to move over and take a look at Log as that missile encroaches on him. It's coming closer. Half mile. It's going to be the second casualty, I think, if it's able to pull with him. 0.1. Here it comes, and it jogs into the backside of his aircraft. Johnny with the kill. Taking down Log, and Team Wadafak off to a great start. Great start for them. Now, moving down to the south, we have Nick coming in on the southern engagement. Megan trying to make something happen onto Slide. Slide's going to be on his nose, and we're going to put these guys onto split screen. Missile onto Slide. Slide has not responded. There's the missile. 1.5 miles. 1 mile. Is it going to be able to pull up? It gets line of sighted, driven into the ground. And these guys are now merged. Do they see one another? And Nick actually able to get away from a missile decently well. Now committing in onto Turner. 120 now off from Nick onto Turner. That's not going to track. Trying to bank into him. And we need to go to split screens here because we've got an engagement coming with Nick and Turner, and then Slide coming into the back of Nick. So is Slide going to be able to save his wingman? Another 120 out from Nick. It's tracking onto Turner. Slide needs to make something happen. Turner gets taken down. Now we've got Slide trying to cause retribution. That doesn't track. Is it going to hit his wingman? Oh my gosh! We're going to pause. So Slide actually took down his wingman there. And I paused it so you guys could see what happened. So here's the engagement. We've got this sandwich going on. Nick able to take down Turner, but then we have Johnny coming in from the north. All right, so 120 now out onto Nick. It doesn't pick up Nick, and it goes straight for Johnny. What? How unfortunate is that? Slide shoots into a notching Nick, and it ramrods Johnny. Johnny gets taken down. Wow. There is no way that I would have expected that to happen. In any way would I have thought that was going to happen. But now we have Beef coming in onto Saint, so we're going to pick that up. I'm going to give you guys split screen so we can see how this continues. Here's the split screen. We've got Slide coming in onto Nick, Beef coming in onto Saint. Here we go. So 2 merges coming in here in the all F-16 18 Sparrows Team Wadafak Fest. Beef launches a 120 onto Saint. I think that's going to connect. It does. And now we've got Slide trying to continue in here. We're going to pause it just to make sure we don't miss anything again. So we still have the engagement down here to the south with Slide taking on Nick. And then we have the 2v2 of Destern, Anomaly, Beef. Actually, it's a 3v2. Anomaly, Beef, and Enjoy taking on Destern and Tempest. And here is that overall view for you guys to look at here. We're going to pick this up. There's a 120 now out from Tempest. Here we go. Putting this on split screen. It's a 120 coming from Tempest. That looks like it's on Anomaly or Beef. I can't tell. But still a merge going down with Slide and Nick. So still a merge going down with Slide and Nick. Missiles now being exchanged. Beef maybe on the receiving end of one of these from Tempest. Here it comes. Beef gets hammered. And we're now down to a 3v3. Enjoy, I think, just took down Tempest. And we've got another merge, Anomaly, now coming in. So we've got the merge with Slide and Nick, Enjoy and Destern, and then Anomaly's just kind of roaming free. So it's a 3v2 going on right now with the two merges. Slide now coming in on the trailing edge of Nick. He fires a 120. It's tracking Destern on the 6 of Enjoy. Does he have any missiles left to fire? I don't know. Oh, Slide takes down... Who'd Slide take down? Nick. So let's move back up into Destern and Enjoy here. There's the overlay so you guys can see what's left. Destern is the only one remaining for 18. 3 aircraft remaining for Team Wadafak. And weapons, it looks like 1, now 0 missiles left for Destern as Destern's able to take down. Destern's able to take down Enjoy, and he is all alone here. Coming now in onto Anomaly. Head-on engagement coming between these two guys. There's the padlock view. Does Anomaly see him? No, but Destern has no missiles left. No missiles left. Comes up over the top. Anomaly trying to make something happen. Then we've got Slide coming into the engagement. Launches a 120. That's tracking Destern. Tracking. It's getting close. Here it comes. Destern, I think, is in for a world of trouble. Gets away from it. Slide still has missiles remaining on his jet, trying to come in from the top of Destern. There goes the second missile from Slide. That's his last one. And then Destern gets hammered. And what an amazing amount of immersion and insight the overlay, I hope, gave you guys. What did you guys think of the overlay there? I want your guys' input here. What did you think of this, knowing the fuel states, knowing the weapons that everybody had remaining? What'd you guys think? I want to know. It was fucking amazing, wasn't it? It was amazing. Having this info during the stream is, it's finally happened. It has finally happened. You have no idea how excited I am about this stuff. This is just, I think we need to make it a little bit smaller and push it to the left and right. Maybe shrink it down from the top a little bit, which I can do here. But just the amount of information that this gives us is incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, so let's jump over, debrief through the Tac View, and we will move on to round 2. What a crazy round 1 was in this 6v6. Look at the mayhem that ensues here. The absolute chaoticness of what is going down. Beef got us started on an over-encroached Smooth. Smooth just got way too far in. Didn't have his wits about him. Didn't have the SA. Beef able to capitalize on that. He may have been defending this 120 from Enjoy, but he gets slammed. Then we move down to Johnny. This is Team Wadafak getting 2 early kills. Johnny at 10,000 feet comes in onto Log. Gets an off-aspect 120 while defending, mind you, this 120 from Saint. Recognizes, hey, this is out of juice. Off-aspect 120. Boo! Onto Log. Able to take him down. And these 2 kills for Team Wadafak came solely at the expense of 18th because of the lack of SA. They got in too deep were unawares of their opponents and just didn't know they were there. Log gets hammered. He's gone. We're down to a 4v6. We move over to Nick down here to the south in a 3v1. 3v1. Launches onto Johnny. Does that connect? Sorry, the Tac View's been like freaking out. Does this connect? No. So we move into this merge engagement down here to the south. Nick able to finally take down one of them as he comes in behind Turner. Launches a lot of missiles. And this is one of those cases where having the Singleton AIM-9 on your jet could have very well saved Nick later in the matchup. Having more weapons. Here's the untimely launch from Slide on a notching Nick. Missiles like, I don't see my target. Oh, there's one. And goes up and hammers his teammate of Johnny. Very unfortunate, but got to recognize you're shooting at a notch contact. It's probably not going to see him. And what does it do? Picks up the next best thing, and that's his wingman of Johnny. Johnny takes one in the face, the unwanted facial, especially from a teammate. It's not something you want. You know, going to town at the same time, getting the facial, no, that's not what you want. So Nick merges with Slide. That goes down for a while. Beef then takes down Saint in a 3v1. Saint got kind of gangbanged there. And then Destern and Tempest coming from the north. Tempest launches onto Anomaly, pushes him off, then launches on Beef, takes down Beef. Enjoy quickly responds with the 120 on the Enjoy. Things are just so chaotic in this matchup, back to back to back to back. Destern then finds himself on the 6 of Enjoy. If he had an AIM-9, that very well could have taken Enjoy down there. Slide finally able to take down Nick. Now a 3v1. Destern, with one missile remaining, kills Enjoy, has nothing left. If he had missiles left, this could have gone differently. He merges with Anomaly head on. Anomaly does not see him. Destern definitely sees him. Anomaly could have very well been dead had there been weapons left on Destern's jet. But he didn't. He was out. And because of that, it allowed Slide to recommit into the engagement. Launch a 120, forces Destern to defend. Missile misses him. Second one does not miss as Destern is recommitted. Now, this is another situation. Destern commits into the nose of Slide. Slide could have been dead had Destern had any weapons left. So Destern, I got to give him credit for making this happen. If he had boomsticks, if he had fence posts left on his jet, he could have taken down both Anomaly and Slide, but it was not meant to be. And that brings us to the end of round one, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back with more SATAL action. Team Wadafak taking on 18. We're back in the pit, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to round two. In this matchup, Gold League 6v6, 18th Sparrows taking on Team Wadafak. Let's again recap who is flying. 18th Sparrows, or Team Wadafak, excuse me, being represented by Turner, Beef, Johnny, Anomaly, Slide, and Enjoy. Actually, I think it's this one. Kakaku, Beef, Johnny, Fargo, Slide, and Enjoy. So they had a line change here. Kakaku came in. Fargo came in. I don't remember who they came in for. Who'd they come in for? Turner and Johnny? Anomaly. So Turner and Anomaly were the substitutions for Team Wadafak that Kakaku and Fargo came in for during this second matchup. Then we've got 18 Sparrows of Saint, Smooth, Nick, Log, Destern, and Tempest. And I'm saying Log because I don't know how the hell to pronounce that. Moltar, can we add the pilot stats to this page? Kills? What do you mean? You mean like last round's pilot stats? That's just more for my guys to compile. And it gets, I mean, we can try, but it's just a lot of work. It is a lot of work carrying on here, trying to make sure that we get all this stuff. And these guys, we're just a small crew. Just a small group of guys trying to bring you guys as much action as possible. And they do a phenomenal job in doing so. Some people had a question about the overlay. All right, so here is the overlay that I need to restart. So it shows some kills because it needs to be restarted. So we're going to I'm still working out the kinks of this, ladies. We'll get there. Now it's restarted. Now it is restarted. So in order for the overlay to function, I have to restart the overlay before everybody loads. Or after everybody loads, excuse me. So we'll get there. DCS World Events, yes, it works. My JavaScript work. Yeah, dude, it works tremendously well. Tremendously well. The fact that you did it in JavaScript is a little bit scary, but, you know, it ends up working. I thought I was going to bug out. Nah, dude, it's worked great. It's worked phenomenally well. To heck with stats. Get to Foxen. Yeah, they'll get there. We like to watch the ingress. We like to talk about things as teams come in and come together. Right? What's going on here? There we go. But what can 18th do here in round 2? 18th, in my opinion, really needs to work on situational awareness. They lost 2 very early casualties in the last round due to situational awareness, getting in too deep and not being aware of their surroundings. If you're going to be in that deep, you better be damn sure you know where everybody is, and you better be map of the earth, mother trucker, because if you're high or even a few thousand feet above the ground, you are so easy to see. And it's nigh impossible to defend an incoming threat launched below you, from below you, if you get caught unawares. And I think that's what ended up happening to the first 2 casualties for 18 Sparrows. They've got to be very, very careful about situational awareness and getting in too deep without knowing what's going on around them. That was their downfall. That and fuel management. Fuel management, they came in very fast, but they didn't have very much fuel in comparison. We saw that due to the overlay. We saw that in comparison to what Team Wadafak had. Team Wadafak had tons of fuel remaining on their jets. 18th, not so much. So yes, they came in very, very fast, but I don't think it's necessarily required that everyone come in high and fast and expend everyone's fuel. Do it with a couple guys. Make a couple of your guys viable threats instead of feeling like you need to make everyone a viable threat. Because if you make everyone a viable threat, well, now you're having everyone expend all of their fuel. Looks like they're getting ready to take off, putting the overlay back up. Everybody's refueled. Everybody, again, has 6 120s, no heaters in today's matchup. Don't jinx it, Akagi. Yeah, we don't want unseen things coming in here and bending us over. So we got to be nice. With this thing just getting started, we got to be nice. We don't want anything coming in unawares. I think if we can make the overlay smaller, it will allow us to keep it on screen all the time. If we can make it smaller. Akagi, are you able to do that? Team Wadafak does have bad-ass skins. They definitely do. Will the TMC match be streamed? Yes, it will, Tail. We ran into issues with being able to downgrade from ED, so I'm waiting on a patch from ED to be able to do it because they took version 13133 off, so I couldn't downgrade, which caused problems, obviously. So I'm waiting for them to get me a patch, and then we will stream it. It will be streamed. I'm not going to miss any matches. I put it on a TBD, so we will go back and stream it. We missed because of that. We will sort it out. It was unfortunate. I tried to update yesterday, and it said it wasn't available, which was a problem. Where's my cursor? Slide and Johnny now taking off. I think they are the last guys to do so for Team Wadafak. They are. Let's look at these skins. Just the simplicity of these guys' skins and the fact that they've got their names written on them. I mean, look at this. Simple, in my opinion, everybody, is almost always better than complex. Now, looking at 18ths, 18th is also awesome. 18th is not overly complex. It's like this splinter camo that you see on some jets, but it's in their own colors, and I like what they've done with the vertical stabilizer. I mean, just both these guys' liveries, all the team's liveries that everyone has brought into SATAL have been on point. They've been amazing. And Quickstar says purple is best. I think purple is an underutilized color in DCS liveries. That's my opinion. That is a big opinion of mine, that purple needs to be more utilized in these matchups. But these guys are now ingressing towards the target area. Reminder, this is Mineral Voti against Guadada. Here is the bubble location, so you guys can see it on screen. This is the AO. It is not contested yet. 18th taking off from Guadada this time. Team Wadafak off from Mineral Voti. Wadafak was out of Guadada last time. 18th off from Voti. They have reverse sides as they do every round. Anybody new to the stream, this contested zone will shrink a mile every minute once it is contested by both teams. And it will shrink indefinitely until everyone from one side has been eliminated. So it will continue to shrink every minute until everyone from one side has been eliminated. Moltard check, right shoulder patch. Wadafak pilot, right shoulder patch. Is that their... Oh, dude, you even did your pilots? That's cool. I like the helmets. That's sick. Oh, there. I didn't see the right. That's cool. So we actually just put up a new logo if you guys want to use that one. It's not as, how can I say this, as synth-wavy. It's more darker. If I could speak, you'd think I knew how to talk, but evidently I don't. These guys are continuing to ingress here. What are the energy states of both these teams? So, Team Wadafak sitting around Mach 1. 18th, very fast again. Mach 1.3, 1.1, 1.2, 1.5 for Nick. Does Nick have... But they all have their tanks still on. So I think this is a better representation of what you can do with fuel tanks still on your jet. I think they burned through their fuel too fast in the last round. Maybe their climb profile wasn't as good. I don't know. But they got themselves in a position where some of them were entering the engagement with a quarter of their internal fuel stores already gone. Everybody being on external fuel still, I think, is a much better indicator of how this round is going to go. Fuel is a major factor in how these rounds play out. It dictates a lot about how you defend, where you fly, how aggressive you are. It's a major contributor to the decisions that these guys are all going to make in how this match plays out. We just saw, actually, Nick jettison his centerline fuel tank. He is now on internal fuel, so we should start to see that fuel gauge come down. Meanwhile, Slide still has his wing tanks on. Slide is at 350 knots indicated. Nick is at 460. So Nick's Mach 1.2. Slide is at Mach 1. But he still has his wing tanks. So fuel, I really think, yes, a lot of people will say you can have a better energy state by burning through your wing tanks first, keeping the center line, and then jettisoning the center line later. But it makes you run out of fuel at a more rapid pace. And I think that is the position that 18th is finding themselves in, is they don't have near the fuel stores that Team Wadafak has. And that was indicative of how round one came out to play, right? round one, fuel was in short supply for 18 Sparrows. And I think that was a big factor in them ending up going down with 2 aircraft remaining for the team Wadafak. We get into casting. 120s now out from Log and Kikaku and Fargo. This is a 3-ship of Nick and Saint down here to the south. Fargo, defending late. He's at 24,000 feet. Here he is. And missile looks like it's on... Who is this on? It looks like it's on Fargo, but he's actually banking into the missile. I don't see it. It's right behind him. Oh, and Fargo gets hammered. How unfortunate is that? Fargo gets taken down by the slow incoming missile. That was really, really unfortunate. A really, really unfortunate turn of events for Team Wadafak here in the opening stages. And now we've got Beef launching a 120. That 120 looks like it's going to be on to, I think it's on Smooth. Here's that 120 as it comes in, just picks up Smooth. It didn't have anybody tracking 0.5 miles, and it hammered Smooth. Smooth gets obliterated. So 2 very early casualties here. 1 for 18th, 1 for Team Wadafak. We've gone from 6v6 to 5v5 very early. Much better start, even though they just lost Smooth for 18th. For 18th. So this is what the site looks like right now. So people are pretty mixed in. You can see how aggressive Team Wadafak is, but 18th has formed this sort of concave right here, and I'm a little worried that Team Wadafak is going to find themselves in a depression that they're not able to get out of. All right, so we're going to pick up with Tempest as he comes in. Here is Tempest and his F-16. 5 sticks remaining. Coming against Johnny and Beef. He's got a distance to fly. There's a 120. Looks like it's on Johnny. Here's Johnny. I'm going to put the 120 up onto the other screen. So we got split screen here. The 120 fired by Tempest onto Johnny. And these shots are decent shots. The defending maneuvers by both teams have been kind of lackluster. It's inside half mile. Face mile feels imminent. Goodbye. Goes Johnny. Not a great start for Team Wadafak. It is like the complete polar opposite of what happened in round 1. Tempest takes down Johnny. And we're down to a 5v4. 5v4. Nick unleashing a 120 onto, I can't tell who that's on. Where's Nick? Nick's right here. That's up at Kikaku. And then we've got an exchange coming between Enjoy and Tempest. Multiple 120s out from Enjoy onto Tempest. Here is Tempest as he defends from the encroaching 120s. Let's zoom in so we can get a better view here. Destern off to the right. We'll put him on the other camera as he defends now as well. Both these guys from 18th now defending, and Destern may have an opportunity to come in against Beef. Here's Destern. Destern sees him on data link. Great position from Destern onto Beef. He's just got to shoot. You got to shoot, Destern. Shoot! And he doesn't. They're now in the merge. So Destern and Beef now in the merge. They both see one another in this engagement. Beef had the opportunity to break into him. Destern just launched a 120. Can't tell who that one's on. Not tracking anyone. It was a little bit of an aggressive forethought from Destern onto Beef. Beef now launches a 120. That's going to be on a Tempest. And we'll try and pick that one up. No, it went into the ground. 120 up from Destern into Beef. And it hammers him. Positive we don't miss anything. So Team Wadafak in the driver's seat here. as things continue to deteriorate and deteriorate in a big way, for these guys. Missile now coming in onto Nick. This is the missile coming in on Nick. We're tracking it. He notches it. Great job there. And I need to pause this because I lost my notes. Sorry, guys. Just picking up where we left off. Okay. Fixing some stuff. Where do we want to pick up? And Kikaku actually needs to be a little bit careful. Kikaku is in the zone. He needs to break out of the zone. He's doing just that. When you're in this zone, ladies and gentlemen, you do get an audible warning. So we need to look at what Nick and Kikaku are doing. Here is Nick. Kikaku is going to be up at his right. Kikaku has launched a 120 at Nick. Nick's now banking into it. He needs to be careful. He's banking into this missile. It's above him. Does he see it? Mile, I don't think he gets away from this one. Slams into Nick's aircraft. So Team Wadafak able to do something, but Kikaku actually looks like he's in trouble. So Kikaku now has a 120 coming from Saint. Here is that 120. We'll pick up with it now. And Saint gets slammed. So things continuing to go poorly. It actually wasn't Saint that got slammed. It was Saint that took down Kikaku. My apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. But this is how the overall scene looks. We have two Wadafak combatants left. Tempest and Destern down to the south. Enjoy merged with them. We'll pick up with him. Where is he? Enjoy merged with Tempest. So here he is. And then up to the north, we're going to look at Slide. So here is Slide, as he's got two guys behind him. And then who else do we want? We want Tempest. There we go. Here we go. So these guys are now merged. Tanks now off from Enjoy. Destern committing in onto Enjoy. Does Enjoy see Destern? I don't think so, but he doesn't have any missiles. Destern doesn't have any missiles left as Tempest. Tempest does. 120 out from Tempest. Enjoy trying to defend, but he gets away from it at the last moment. That flies right in front of his jet. Tempest all over the 6 of Enjoy. And I think we need to pick this one up in particular. Enjoy trying to reverse on Tempest, but does he see him? No, he breaks over the top. And here it is from Tempest's point of view. Multiple gunshots coming from Destern onto Enjoy. Nothing connects. Enjoy getting slow, though. He needs to be careful. Tempest having the degrees per second coming around, and I don't think Enjoy is going to be long for this world. Possible gun kill coming from Tempest. He's lining it up. Here it comes. 20 mil out from Tempest on Enjoy, and I think that's going to be it. No, Enjoy's still in the air. Or is his pilot dead? He flips over. I can't tell. No, he's still up. So Tempest still in the merge with Enjoy, now trying to line. And rips his wing off. Enjoy does. And that may have been Destern. 120 now out from Slide. That one's going to be on one of the guys up here to the north. I can't tell who that is, but it's an exchange of 120s. Are they going to trade? Missile passes Slide, and I think that's Saint over there. Saint's behind him now. So Saint, during that defensive encounter, was able to find his way onto the 6 of Slide. Slide now trying to run. But I don't think Saint sees where Slide is. He does now, and he's got 120 left. Doesn't have Slide's name written on it. He's got to line it up. He's being patient. I think he sees him now. 120 now out from Saint onto Slide. And that's it for Slide. Goodbye. Slide goes down. So 18th, and I don't know if it was on the back of that trade or the substitution or what, but 18th able to take a round off of Team Wadafak here in round 2. So we're going to round 3, baby. But before we do that, let's recap what actually went down here. So 18th pretty commandingly came out of that match, or that round, excuse me, with 4 pilots remaining. Things do not start well for Team Wadafak as Fargo gets hammered by a long-range 120, doesn't dive, stays high, and gives this 120 every opportunity to kill him, which it does take. So Fargo goes down, which is immediately followed by Beef able to dispatch an unsuspecting Smooth in this 3-ship for 18th. Smooth gets taken down after a late launch. And this, I think he actually got taken down because he waited to get this missile off. Oh, no, that was launched by Destern. He just defends late. Maybe purely reactionary. I don't know. But Smooth gets taken down. Then Tempest dispatches Johnny up here. And these early kills from 18th on to Team Wadafak are exactly what happened to 18th in round 1. Getting too deep, unawares that there is an enemy that sees you is what seems like is happening. Tempest just able to get in close onto Johnny, defends appropriately. And another part of this is Tempest is 0.1 Mach faster than Johnny is in this situation. So his ability to bleed the missile out of energy is much greater, even with a 0.1 Mach advantage than Johnny at that same time. The other thing that happens is I think Tempest actually takes a better, more appropriate defensive maneuver than Johnny does. Johnny tries to notch it. He does it too late. He should have out-energied that. Energy when he should have notched. You notch when you should energy. Just makes the wrong decision and pays for it with his virtual life. And this is where things just continue to compound for Team Wadafak. They're able to get one more kill when Kikaku takes down Nick up to the north, but then that's going to be it. And Kikaku does so as he comes back into the bubble. Nick, I don't know what's going on here. Nick just seems like he doesn't know where he's at, doesn't launch a Kikaku. He's just up in no man's land by himself. If you want to avoid this, ladies and gentlemen, just don't go by yourself. Don't come up here all alone. Nick does just that, provides an easy kill for Kikaku, but that's it for Team Wadafak. As Kikaku gets taken down, then Nick, and then Slide in quick succession. But that means we're going to round 3. The all-important round 3, winner takes all round of this match. We've seen a lot of them this year for SATAL 2021. This is going to be another one. We'll see round. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, currently looking at 18 Sparrows. Nick, they have reversed sides, 18th up at Mineral Voti, and Team Wadafak down in the south at Guadada. And I think we've also had the substitutions come back into this one for Team Wadafak. Turner, Beef, Johnny, Anomaly, Slide, and Enjoy. So the guys from round 1 have come back in for round 2 to try and right the wrongs that went down in the previous round. Side for 18 Sparrows is very much the same as it's been for the 2 previous. Saint, Smooth, Nick, Log, Destern, and Tempest are the guys representing it for 18 Sparrows. Are they going to be able to ride that previous round win in round 2 here in round 3 and clinch it in 3? We're going to find out. I pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that, guys. There's so many buttons. I really need a separate Stream Deck to put the other stuff on the other Stream Deck. I just haven't done that yet. More money, more things, more problems. You know, that's more money, more problems. That's what ends up going down. Quick shout out to Tempest for the 218 bits that he just thrown at us today. throughout the course of this action. Just dropped another 100 bits for the new Stream Deck. Well, I got to break that news to my wife. I smell draw in this round, Burno. That would be sweet. We know we all love our draws. Draws are awesome. They are fun. Maybe we will get one. I'm sticking with 18th for the match win, says Navy. I got to stick with 18th, too. I really like the 18th guys for what goes down and riding the last round's win into victory here. So I need to restart this. And, guys, we will get this figured out. I got to change scenes here. There we go. So it's refreshed now. Quick Start, anything I can do to help such fantastic content. Quick Start, thank you for the 1,000 bits. That means a lot. It means a lot for everybody. Tempest, the sub from Akagi, anything you guys put out here just goes into making this stream better. Because while the gadgets and gizmos are cool, having these stream decks, having all the stuff that I have on my desk is what allows me to do what I do on my own in this stream. Now, that's while I'm streaming. I am supported by a phenomenal team here inside of DCS World Events. The guys, my staff, does an amazing job in making sure that this event, SATAL 2021, is running to its full potential. I mean, you've got Sean and Bear doing God's work in missions, right? God's work in these missions. Automating virtually everything, automating scores, just amazing stuff. We moved to almost a full Discord output instead of using the website. Just amazing stuff from Sean and Bear. They've done a phenomenal job in supporting DCS World Events. Akagi, in everything that he has done, he's our newcomer to the staff. Everything that he has done for the overlay. I mean, this overlay, guys, this is Akagi's child right here. This is his thing. Yes, he got support from Bear and Sean, and I cannot understate the support that he got from Bear and Sean enough. But Akagi came out, said, I can make that happen. And I didn't even approach Akagi about the overlay, right? He just said, oh, I can do that while we were talking about it. And he did a phenomenal job there. Alpha Whiskey for all of the video content, all of the VODs, the videos, the YouTube content, all of that stuff, Alpha Whiskey. The supercuts, the skin showcases, all of that stuff, including things like the team overlays, like these, Alpha Whiskey. Just awesome stuff. And then VTAF Archer, another new guy, doing stats. And these stats, as we continue to get them going, are going to be publicly available. He has made my life tremendously easier. Tremendously easier in not having to compile the things before each match. It allows me to have less of an idea of what's going to happen in the match, and you guys get more of an authentic reaction. Just the stuff that these guys are doing to support SATAL is awesome. Awesome. And we can't forget our sponsors, Eagle Dynamics, Tac View, and Thrustmaster, for even making this thing possible. All right. Something else we need to talk about is there is a coupon code for SATAL from Tac View. And I don't know if it's been displayed yet. It should have been. Has it been displayed yet? I don't remember what the command for it is. Maybe there isn't one. Let me make one. Hold on. I just made one. So if we do this, Tac View has been kind enough to give us a perpetual 10% off coupon. So if you guys don't have Tac View Advanced, 10% off right off the top, right there. So we got that going for us. So our sponsors have done an amazing job in making this be able to be as good as it is and continue to do what we love to do. Tucker dropping the 101 bits and Tempest with the community sub. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. It just goes back to making the stream better. I mean, honestly, that's what this ends up doing for all of us. Navy Doc asked, what piece of equipment do I need most? That's a great question. Probably another Stream Deck, a Stream Deck XL. I've got 3 Stream Decks already, but they're all full of buttons because I use them all for all of this stuff because I need them all separated. So I really need another one in order to control more audio stuff, some more scenes, and really the overlay things like the teams, this overlay, so I'm not pushing the wrong buttons. A computer, I've got a great computer. I can't fault any of that stuff. Need a Stream Deck operating flunky? Maybe. But, you know, I'm just a one-man crew doing these streams. A robot co-host, dude, I need like a full team to do this stuff. What we're doing on these live broadcasts, we've had to build in automation because it usually takes entire teams to do the stuff we're doing as with one guy in a basement. Now, I'm not, again, doing this on my own. It takes the team behind me so that I can do what I do. So I can't understate enough what having my team does for me in SATAL and DCS World events and DCS World in general. Just amazing stuff. But let's get off that. Let's talk about the match. So, round 1 was Team Wadafak all the way. We talked about 18th kind of going in with their head between their legs, kind of stuck up their own asses, if you will. And they had very low SA, especially in the beginnings of the round, okay? Team Wadafak kind of said, hold my beer. Let me show you what lack of SA is about in round 2. So it was a complete reversal. And I think part of that was due to the substitution. I personally am not a big fan of substituting mid-match. I think if a lineup is working for you, don't sub. Get your guys experience in friendly matches. Don't do it in a match that matters like this one. I think that kind of threw Team Wadafak for a loop. And now trying to bring the other guys back in, you're kind of creating the same problem. You won in round 2, you subbed in round 2, changed your pilots, a couple of them, and then you did it again in round 3. Let's have a stream of the day in the life of Moltar getting DCS World events up and going for a match. It actually doesn't take that long. It takes about an hour and a half of me sitting down here before a match to decompress, to get all my stuff, to get OBS ready, all that jazz. So, and then couple that with me going through afterwards, cutting the stream in Premiere and uploading it to YouTube, which is just a real rough cut. I take out the super cuts and the skin overlay video, and I just do the match. So I cut it down quite a bit. But that all takes about an hour and a half, I think. So that's where we're at. But 120, first one out. It's going to be from Saint on to Johnny. Johnny is here, and he's getting the missile warning. Now defending. Beef now defending a 120 up to the north. Here's Beef as he breaks away. We're going to put these guys on split screen as they defend. Beef in the north, Mach 1. Johnny in the middle, Mach 1. Both running from AMRAMs launched by 18th. Another AMRAM launched by Nick. And these are long AMRAMs. These aren't the closest. We're going to move off them because they have effectively trashed those missiles. I like the positioning of 18th a little bit more in this opening, as long as they don't get in too deep and find themselves in a position where they're needing depth. If they could egress out of this and Team Wadafak is able to stay hot, they're going to have a really bad time because there's no depth to their formation. But if they're able to stay hot and stay aggressive, Team Wadafak is probably going to get schmammered. Anomaly. Now, defending a missile. Here's Anomaly. That missile, not sure who that one's from, but multiple AMRAMs out from 18th. I've only really seen one AMRAM come from Team Wadafak, and it's been now 2 coming from Beef. So here's Beef as he launched the second AMRAM. That one looks like it's going to be on Destern. Smooth now picking up. And a third AMRAM out from Beef. Dude's not going to have any missiles left. So he's launched one at Tempest, launched one at Destern, launched one at Smooth. And I don't know that any of these are going to be hugely effective. Here's Smooth as he goes through a defensive maneuver here, trying to get away from the missiles launched by Beef. But Beef now has half of his remaining missile inventory left, or his initial missile inventory left. We're going to pick up over here in the east with Log. So here's Log climbing 530 knots. How fast is Log? Log is at Mach 1.1, not too bad. Coming in onto Turner, and that's going to be a 23,000 shot onto a co-altitude Turner. That is a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous shot if Turner doesn't immediately defend. And Turner is doing nothing. He is doing bupkis. Turner, you're going to die. And I think he waited too long, and that missile has Turner's name written all over it, and it plasters his ass all over the Georgian countryside. Turner is dead. Turner waited to get a missile off, and here is that missile from Turner going into the trees. So didn't really do a whole lot. We can see Turner's broken apart aircraft falling from the sky, just now making ground contact. And that was a great shot by Log, recognizing that Turner was up a bit high. Now we've got a 120 coming from Enjoy. Here it is, still under boost, coming at Smooth. Smooth's at 4,000 feet. Is this missile too far above him that he doesn't know? Looks like he's defending, but he's defending really late. And I think he's going to get taken down. Here comes that missile closing. He's going to go down. Goodbye to Smooth, and we're going to pick up now with Log, as Log now having to defend rapidly a missile coming in from Slide. But then Slide got a missile off, and I think it's going to connect. Or Patlog got a missile off onto Slide, and it connects. So from the grave, Log able to avenge himself, takes down Slide. Now, coming up to the north, we got a missile coming in on a Destern, and I think he's able to notch that. He is. Now another missile coming in onto Saint, so we'll pick up with Saint. That's coming on his left point, 7 miles. He notches that, so 18th doing a great job of defending, and now we're going to pick up with Tempest as he aggressively pursues Beef here in the center of this formation. 120 off from Tempest onto Beef, going to split screen so we can ride along with both these guys. Here's that missile as it comes in on a Beef. He's going to be able to out-energy it. It's going to hit the treetops. He's going to immediately, I think, recommit. Here is Beef. No, he's still defensive. And Tempest being aggressive here, moving over to him. Tempest trying to make something happen. And then we've got a merge. I just saw this merge coming between Saint and Johnny, but Saint broke off of Johnny. Now Tempest launching onto Beef. Beef is, I think, going to get caught with his pants down, not defending aggressively enough, tries to dip into the notch, and goodbye, Beef. He goes down. Tempest doing okay, getting that kill. Now Destern needs to defend. Another missile coming in from Johnny. He notches yet another one. Tempest launches a missile. That one's going to be on Anomaly. Anomaly, is he going to pull a beef? Oh, he's high. Half mile, and Anomaly gets taken down. We're going to pause this to take a look at what's going on overall with the scene. 4 aircraft remaining for 18th, 2 for Team Wadafak. Johnny in a pretty good position against Destern. So let's move over there and ride along with the padlock views of Destern and Johnny. Here's their padlock views, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm going to put the other one onto Enjoy. So we're going to ride with everyone from Team Wadafak. Destern trying to run away from this 120, and Destern gets hammered. So Destern's gone from Johnny. Destern gets taken. Destern actually may have hit the treetops, but we've got Johnny and Enjoy remaining for Team Wadafak. Missile out from Saint onto Enjoy. That's going to catch him, I think, in the behind. No, he's able to line of sight it. Meanwhile, Johnny finds himself in a pretty good position against Tempest and Saint. But does Johnny have any missiles left? No. So again, not having missiles coming out to bite these last remaining combatants. Johnny has no missiles left. Could have very easily taken down Tempest, and now he finds himself trying to close. But it's allowing Nick to come in from the north. Enjoy on the 6 of Saint, and he doesn't have any missiles either. So not a great position by either of these guys. Johnny may be overshooting. Is Tempest going to be able to reverse? He goes straight in over the top. Saint now behind Enjoy, but Enjoy finds himself coming in onto Nick. Is Tempest going to be able to reverse on Johnny? Johnny now coming back over the top, but he's got to worry about Nick behind him. So Nick behind him, does he have any missiles left? I don't think it matters because he may be in gun. Oh, Nick overshoots. So Johnny now has 2 guys in front of him. And both Enjoy and Johnny have come back up, and we may be in a 3-person merge. 120 now out from Saint. Who's that one going to be on? It looks like it's on Enjoy. Enjoy gets smashed. Johnny's the only one left, finding himself sandwiched between Nick, Tempest, and Saint. All of these guys are now merged with Enjoy, or excuse me, Johnny, and Johnny has no missiles left. We have 1 missile between the 3, Tempest, Saint, and Nick. So 1 missile between 4 aircraft. Fuel is not a problem yet. Gun ammo, 80% left for Johnny, 100% left for Tempest and Saint. Oh, and then Johnny gets ripped apart by 20 mil. And they just let him have it. Tempest obliterates Johnny's F-16. Tempest comes in with the 20 mil M61 and just unleashes a can of whoop-ass all over Mr. Johnny Boy's aircraft. He is now in pieces. Goodbye, Johnny. GG, says Anomaly to 18th. That was a phenomenal matchup, Anomaly. I mean, that was as close as they come. Their downfall there was the lack of weapons. Total lack of weapons. And that's one of the downsides to the F-16, right? Is just not having enough weapons. So we'll go through this Tac View. And though Team Wadafak didn't unleash a ton of weapons at the beginning, they sure did at the midpoint of this match. And because of that, they had nothing remaining. So Pat Log takes down Turner. Nothing really too over-the-top interesting here for a lot of this. Just a lot of exchanges, a lot of guys getting too close, not defending, making the right decision in the seat of their pants moment. they decided to notch when they should have out-energied when they should have notched, or just flat out defended a little bit too late. And 18th just gets the better end of the stick. 18th at the back end of this match does a very good job of defending. We can see a notch coming from Nick. Destern did a couple good notches. There's one from him, from Johnny. He takes down, almost able to take down Enjoy. He's not able to notch the second one, and I think that's because he was getting attacked by oh, you guys aren't even able to see this. Able to take two different locations, or attacked from two different locations. Oh, he actually hit a tree. So just too aggressive in the defensive flying there from Destern. But the defending from 18th late in the round, I think, is what changed this one. Johnny out of missiles, Enjoy out of missiles, and only one missile remaining between all 5 of these aircraft. And it ends in a 5-man melee merge. 5 guys in this merge. Well, Saint did have a missile. He was able to take down Enjoy there. So I think there was one more in these 4. But it didn't matter. I can just imagine Tempest coming here, leave it to me, as he comes into the last part of this merge. Where does he do that? Right here. Gets the corner and just unloads on a Johnny's F-16. And that brings us to the end, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of this matchup for SATAL 2021. Team Wadafak against 18 Sparrows has concluded. 18th coming out on top 2-1 in a phenomenal matchup between these two teams. I mean, just phenomenal between these two guys. Now, we do have a match coming tomorrow, and it is going to be D3W against 404th. 1600 Zulu tomorrow. D3W against 404th, and then we'll be back on Monday. And I don't know when the TMC Toro Squadron match is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't, because I got to wait for a patch to come from ED to get the 3133 build so that I can replay those tracks. All right, so it'll happen. I just don't know when. I got to wait for that build to come. But our next match is tomorrow. D3W against 404th. That will be tomorrow. I don't know if we have a match on Monday. I'm not sure. We may or may not. It says it's a bye, but I don't know if Blue Oyster Boys fought anyone in that round. We may have a match on Monday. I'm not sure. Then we have Tuesday, Bravo Squadron taking on Harpia, and OCG against CATAV. That will be Tuesday. But that's all I've got, ladies and gentlemen. Great job by both teams involved, Team Wadafak and 18th. Congratulations to 18th for taking that one in 3 rounds, 2-1. I will see you guys tomorrow for D3W against 404th. Maybe we'll tweak the overlay, get it a little bit smaller, get it all nice and dialed in. But until then, stay safe in those virtual skies, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.